Right, so as you can just see, we've just seen we've bought some net. Now, normally you buy net by the holes, but I bought it by the roll. You can buy it by the roll as well. It's obviously a lot more expensive, but initially expensive works out cheaper than buying it by a small amount. And I thought, well, I just want to get it because I've got to do quite a few pots this year, and I mean, I've got all this other net, but the other net I've got is a bit thin, and this is better for like the bases and that. While I was there, I also picked up a couple of doors. Now these, people ask me why I don't put more doors on my pots. There's several reasons. One is because thieves can empty them very, very quickly. But I thought I'd give it a go. I put a couple of doors on a couple of the pots. The other thing is obviously these doors with this bit of net on, they cost me nearly £6, and that's why part of the reason I don't put doors on that kind of thing. It's just cost really, and it also makes the build a lot more complicated. Not when you buy them, but if you were to make them, it just puts more time and effort into the build, more resources, that kind of thing as well. So anyway, and they're also a slightly different shape, but I got the nearest ones. We'll stick these on. We'll give them a go this year. You know, just have a couple of pots. We'll just have to change the shape of the pot a bit to suit those. I also picked up some 8mm rope, coil of that, and a coil of 10mm rope. Again, for the pots. And the thinner one is for the basket pots that we're going to do. Just some gas for one of these small gas stoves that I've got. I used it for cooking crab, lobster. It's not a very economical way of doing it until I get sorted out with a decent gas cooker that I can put onto a big cylinder. Because I did have one, but some years back a tree fell down and crushed the fishing shed basically and destroyed quite a lot of things. So acetone for when we do the boat, for cleaning and thinning down this stuff, which is fiberglass resin. I've got all the mat. I've got a big box of mat from when I made my fish tank thing for the lobster tank, so I just needed some resin, nice fresh resin. That's for doing the repairs on the boat. We're going to reinforce the seat on that this year, get that sorted. Tin of anti-foul for the boat, because that'll have to be done this year as well. Well, it normally has to be done every year. At least I normally give it just a coat every year, and it's normally good enough. And more baskets. I needed to get another one. I bought a couple just to be sure. I mean, we've got 3 of the other one, 3 of that one, so I'll figure out how we're going to do those. I'm having ideas on the base at the moment about doing things slightly different. And finally, got a few hooks. Just these are for the shore, so we're going to go for bream and that. These are just some 4-0s again, shore, maybe for bass, or I can use them out in the boat for the mackerel lines I want to make them. And now this here, I didn't actually need this, but you know how it is when you go into the shop. I'll try and get that label so you can see it. You know how it is when you go in the shop and you see these things. So I bought one of those. Find out if it's any good. I've never used this one before, so it's a Nomura Salty, 22 gram, 12 centimeter. Got a slightly different shape, but I'm sure it will catch. I say I'm sure. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't think I was fairly sure. So I'm fairly sure it will catch. It's just how well it will catch. That's what we need to find out. Right, well, I've got to get on with these pots. So right now, there's a bit of fishing coming up. Well, you can see it's a bit calmer today. We still hear a bit of a swell, but we'll be fine. We don't have to worry about the high tide either when we come back, because it's not going to be that big a tide to worry about getting off with the rebound water off the wall and stuff. So we're going to first head out to a mark, see if there's any fish on it. If there's no fish, we're going to head to another mark on our way around, and if there's nothing on that, then we'll head and do the pots that we've got. But if there is fish, then we'll see what happens. We might hang out there for a while. We might be there for the whole time. Right, well, there ain't nothing happening there with the bass, so try with the pollock. Another one. Pollock. There we go. I thought we were banging through some fish. That's a rockfish. Foul up rockfish. Nice red one. Right, we're going to give it one more drift for bass and then we're going to move somewhere else. We'll try somewhere else, and if that doesn't catch in the first sort of few drift or two, then we will move and do the pots. And we might go fishing somewhere else, but not bassing. We'll go with the lures. See if we can find some pollock or mackerel or horse mackerel would be interesting. Hold on, hold on! Found a bass, only a little one, we found one. It's only a little one, but it's, I say a little one, it's... It stops moving. There we go. See how long this one is. This is longer than I thought. That is 44. There we go. It's just a skinny fish, that's all. This is a handmade lure from the Real Wobbler. It's a premium lure, and it's fast becoming one of my favourites. For that reason. He sure knows how to make a lure. I'll leave a link in the description. There you go, one bass. Size is 44, 45, somewhere around there. These are seriously good lures, I tell you. I was a bit sceptical when I first got one to try, but man, this thing is caught. There you go, it's only a little one. And they catch really well. on bass. 44. They're all pretty much the same size around here at the moment. And there's the lure that does the trick. Another one. That's a bigger one. That actually didn't feel that big at all, but that's a decent fish. When he stops fighting, always make sure to get hold of them properly, especially with these lures. You mess around with them and you'll end up with this in your hand. If you've ever had one of these in your hand, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's no fun. I had one some years back, and I think that was the one that I had to get removed at the hospital, and that cost me like about £400 to get removed. And then the next one I had in my hand, I got a very, very sharp knife and I cut it out, simply because I wasn't going to pay 400 quid to get it removed. I know, brutal, but had to be done. That's a nice fish, that one. And that one, somebody's asked me for one, and that one is going to them. Because they have a relative coming home tomorrow, and they want to treat them. So there you go. Right, I'm going to move up again and give it another go. This one I have to keep. This one's got gill hooked. No, I was going to keep this one anyway, so. You know what, I'm going to have to get this out as well. Oh, I forgot I put that on there. Stop my bin moving around. And we have bad weather. One. Fish that one. That's a nice fish. There we go. Let's have the net first. That's That's a good fish. That's a real nice fish. Let me have a look. That one there is 54. There we go. Lovely fish. We made it to the pots with slack water, which is surprising because the slack water is lasting a long time with the small tides. With the big tides it comes and goes very, very quickly. I've actually got a slice on my thumb, I didn't see that. It must have been one of the bass caught me. Just shows how sharp those gill rakers are, you don't even notice you got sliced. Anyway, I'm going to carry on and get pots going. I can see two of them. Lifeboat's out for some reason. I saw it go to that yacht. It didn't stay that long there. It can't be that. It must have been a medical emergency or something. Maybe they've just taken somebody off the boat because there's a boat there and he's not responded to a larger fishing boat and he would have had his radio on. I've got a radio here, but it's kept only for emergencies, really. Right, let's get the pot done before the tide starts to run. It is starting to swing, I can see that. The trouble is where there's one set over there. I can see that set. I think there's a set. Hopefully there's a set over there somewhere. Once I see the sets, I can reset my GPS for dropping them back so I know exactly where they are. Because this is out in the middle of nowhere. I have caught it in the past. I haven't done that well here the last couple of years. It's been hit so hard. There's so many pots that have been out here. It's just died a death. I mean, I never caught that much out here, but I do catch some big lobster and some big crab occasionally. Not all the time, but... And you see, this is the problem with this area, is that not a single thing after 4 or 5 days. No bait, no crabs. Conger might have gone in, somebody might have pulled the pot up, who knows. Let's see about the next pot. Might be a hole in the pot, that's always a possibility. Or something could have gone in and got out. Pot might have been upside down, it's not, I wouldn't have thought out here. It's very open out here. Or the bait may have just decayed off the wire because it's been there so long. And that's probably more than likely what happened. Oh, there's something in this one. Little lobster, big lobster. Oh, we caught something anyway. There you go. Nice lobster. A couple of small ones in that pot. Right. 100 feet of water. See what we can get in 100 feet of water. Water, they say. Don't worry, I got plenty of rope on these. I think. If not, you'll see the bobs go. Whoop. I just hold the rope a bit to stretch the pot out because in this depth you'll end up on top of the other pot. Not exactly, but you get the idea, I'm sure. Not sure what's going on with this one. Shouldn't be snagged that high up the rope. This way. Really snagged, I don't know why. Might have done it. I think we got it. Not sure what that was snagged on. There's not much down there as far as I know. Might have just been a odd rock or some garbage. Maybe an old shipwreck, you never know. If it is, there might have been something in it. Like a giant lobster. Or a huge crab. Okay, we're in my crab pot. Lifting pots from 100 feet of water. What are they called? Lobsters. Got at least one in there, it's good enough. I think the others are too small, but that's a nice one. Cracking fish. Fish, lobster. I better get this pot because it'll stop dragging it. I'm glad there's no tide. That's a bit of fun to put them deep sometimes. There is a nice crab in there, but it hasn't changed its shell that long, and it's a female, so this one here, you see that it's very, very light colour. Well, that was a successful day. Now I'm going to head home.